going to show you how to wrap a sai handle like a Shureido sai. This is my Shureido sai here. It's a big one. It's one of the biggest ones they make. The cording on here is about 2.5 millimeter nylon braided cord. On the chrome ones, they use black cording. On the unchromed sai, the natural sai, they use purple cording. My teacher has purple cording on her sai, and the cording on hers is it's about 1/16 of an inch diameter, so a little over 1.5 millimeters in diameter. So the cording on her sai are actually a smaller diameter than this. So I'm not quite sure if maybe older sai they use a smaller diameter cording, or the purple cording is all a smaller diameter. I'm not sure. But so if you get cording somewhere around 2 millimeters to 2.5 millimeters, you're probably going to be okay. But you want braided cording. What I'm going to be using is 275 Mini-Paracord. This is a little under 2.5 millimeters in diameter. It's about 1/12 of an inch in diameter. Something else you could also use if you have a hard time finding this. This is Chinese knotting cord, and you can find this in various colors. This is 2.5 millimeter Chinese knotting cord here, but this will probably work as well. I've tried waxed cotton cording, and it just is not strong enough. The Shureido have nylon cording, and that's just the way to go. You're going to start off by measuring from the top of the handle here, right by the butt here of the handle, and you're going to measure 1.5 inches, and go ahead and mark it right there. So 1.5 inches from right there, and we're going to use that in a little while. Now we're going to go ahead, take your cording, put it there, and you're going to use a little bit of tape. I got some masking tape here, and we're going to take the end of the cord, it's right up, overlap the end there, and we're going to go ahead and just tape this around there. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the end there, kind of overlap it there so that I can peel it off easily, like that, and then push it down because we want to hold it there. Then run it up here. Now I cut like a little piece of cording already, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here above the tines and over the cord that I'm going to be wrapping with. I'm going to just tie a little loop there, and pull that tight and just move the knot around the back. So now what that's going to do is hold this tight from there up to here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start wrapping the cording around the handle, and I'm going to try to get the cording up as close to the tines as possible. So I'm going to actually hold it up there, and it's going to be even if I have to do a little loose and push it up, but I'm going to hold it up there and wrap it up, and basically wrap it around and keeps just spiraling around and keep it pushed up against it. So, and you put a little tension on it, and you might have to loosen up a little bit so that you can keep it up there, and then tighten it. And then just keep wrapping it around here, keeping tension on the cord and keeping it tight up against the other loops. Now if you're using the 275 paracord, it's about 1/12 of an inch in diameter. You're going to need probably 11 to 12 feet of this per sai. If you're using the 2.5 millimeter cording, you're probably going to need 10, 11 feet. If you're going to use the 1/16 inch cord, you're probably going to need around 14 or 15 feet. Always anticipate that you're going to need more than what you think, because you're also going to be throwing some of this away. You have a little bit extra here that you need to use. Okay, we're going to wrap right up to that little mark we made on the side there. And now we're going to hold that there. Now we're going to peel off probably around 5 feet of cord here. I can go ahead, set that down, maybe take a piece of tape, just hold that in place for now. So now I'm going to go ahead and measure off about 5 feet of cord here, and I'm going to have to cut it. So, yeah, let's just go ahead. One foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot. And I'm going to go for just a little bit extra. Let's go for another half a foot, just for good measure. Because a lot of times you're just going to need more than you think. And you'd rather have more than you need than less when you get to the end here. Now you're going to go ahead and take the end here, this end here that we just cut, and we're going to go ahead and tape it up at this end. And I don't want to tape it in like the same spot as the other one. Tape it off a little off to the side. Again, fold that over just a little bit so that we can peel it off. And we're going to leave the other end down this way for now. Okay, I'm going to peel this tape off here. Pull that tight. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of a tape to tape this piece of cord down this way. Okay, I'm going to pull that other piece of cord tight here and start wrapping it around, just continuing on where I left off. But now I'm going over this end of this cord here. So I'm just going to continue wrapping, applying tension to the cord. And it's going to be wrapping up there. That's okay. And be pushing try to get the cord down these loops as tight as possible against each other. And now this is going to get all twisted up, but that's okay. It just makes it a little bit more work. Okay, when we get up to the top here, right up against the top edge of the butt of the handle there, we're going to try to get as much up there. We may even just try to get another loop in there around. Just try to get as much in there. Pull it tight and add an extra loop if you can, because we're going to lose a little bit up there. Now we're going to use some vice grips. Okay, now holding this up here like this, go ahead and pull this off. Grab this little end here with some vice grips, get a good grip onto it. Gonna hold that up there and just start pulling this through. And this is gonna get all tangled up in here, that's fine. Grab some more here. Pull it through. And as it gets all this knotted stuff up in here, it's just going to be more. Now we'll go ahead and pull that tape off up here. And we can pull it all off if we want, because the other piece isn't going anywhere. I'm going to try to get that one more loop up in there around. Okay, get this a little bit untangled there. Okay, that's pulled somewhat tight. Now, this other little loop that we tied around up here, go ahead and cut that off. And so there's the end that we held up there. We're going to grab this part here, pull this down, and this will be real tight because that cord is just, and pull it as tight as possible. There, nice and tight. Now we're going to go back to this part here, pull this even tighter if we can. Very tight. Now, this little pigtail here, that's right from the middle of the handle, take a razor blade, very carefully, you're going to cut down between the wrappings and cut that off. So kind of saw it. Be careful not to cut the actual wrappings. And you don't want to cut the chrome either. Okay, just cut it very carefully. Okay, so that's there. Take scissors, cut the other part off as short as possible. Now just take a little bit of super glue, because Shureido, they use a little bit of glue up in there. I don't notice them using glue there. I may add a little glue there, but they use glue right up in there. And I think that one is just to keep it from unwrapping from this end. So just go ahead and put just a little bit of glue over where that end of the cord was. Go ahead and glue that a little bit, and just a little bit of glue into the wrappings there. And I'm just going to go ahead and put just a little bit of glue right where the end of the pigtail was there. Just a dab of glue there. Let that dry, and it's done.